My life did not begin with a cry, it began with silence. Cold wind cut the air and the world greeted me without mercy. I was lifted above the abyss, not as a child, as a trial to decide if I was worthy to live. He searched my body for weakness. Any flaw meant the fall, but I did not cry, and I did not look away. I was 7 years old. My mother embraced me for the last time. Her hands were warm, but her head waited only cold and war. They brought me to the Agoge. It was not a school, it was a forge. Here, childhood was broken to shape a warrior. We slept on reeds we broke with bare hands. The stems cut our skin, blood soaked into dry leaves. Complaints were forbidden. We walked barefoot over stone. First came pain, then the skin turned to stone. Fear faded, endurance remained. Food was black broth, thick, heavy, bitter. We were always hungry because hunger teaches survival. We were taught to steal, not for food, but for skill. If you were caught, you were beaten not for stealing, but for failing. You were caught stealing bread. In Sparta, they punish not the theft, but weakness. Hunger is a test. A warrior must take food and never be caught. Under the burning sun, you take the oath. From now on, no fear, no mercy, no turning back. Only duty to Sparta and the life of a warrior. The whip cuts your skin, but you make no sound. The crowd waits for a scream. In Sparta, endurance is honor. If you break, you are nothing. I sit in silence, my back burns, torn into stripes. Pain teaches endurance, fear teaches silence. In Sparta, the weak do not survive. Only those who endure remain. Dust rises around us. There are no rules here, no mercy. Only fists, blood, and will. I fall, I rise and move forward again until fear disappears. I stand in silence, the pain is gone, and so is fear. Only silence remains inside. In that moment I understood. Childhood was over. I was no longer a boy. I was becoming a warrior. They give me a dagger and a dark cloak. No words, no instructions, only the night ahead. From this moment I walk alone, without witnesses, without protection. The night becomes my home. Silence presses around me like stone. I walk alone, hidden by darkness. Now fear is my companion and solitude is my trial. I watch from the shadows. Days pass in silence, nights without sleep. I make no fire, leave no trace. Patience becomes my weapon, and darkness my ally. I move in silence like a shadow. My breathing is slow, my hand grips the blade. One step, another step. There is no way back, only the strike ahead. One movement, and it is done. Silence breaks with heavy breath. In that moment I understand. There is no way back. My life has changed forever. Warm blood on my hands. I look, expecting fear, but feel only weight. In that moment I understood. To survive here, you must be stronger than murky. Silence inside grew heavier than stone. I expected horror, but only emptiness came. In that moment I knew the old me was gone. There was no way back. We sit in silence, bread in our hands, each deciding a fate. If accepted, you are a brother. If not, you are nothing. Today the bread falls whole, and I become part of the line. I am accepted. From this day I have brothers, a place in the line, and a duty to Sparta. I am no longer alone. They give me the aspis. It protects not me, but the warrior beside me. In the line, there are no lone men. From this moment, I am part of the wall. The leather strap tightens on my forearm. The shield becomes part of my body. To hold it means to live. To release it means to die. Shields lock into a single wall. My left side is guarded by my brother, and his by me. If I falter, we both fall. The long spear, the first weapon of the line, one strike, one step forward. In the phalanx there is no chaos, only precision. The xyphos is short, but decisive in close combat. When spears break, steel speaks. The strike is fast, precise, without mercy. The helmet lowers, and the world narrows to thin slits. My face disappears. I am no longer a man. I am part of the line. Steps, breath, strikes, all muffled and close. Inside the helmet there is only me, and the battle ahead. The linothorax tightens around my chest like a second skin. It does not make me stronger. It gives me a chance to endure. The weight of armor is the price of life. Shield, spear, sword, armor. I am ready. The body is heavy, but the mind is calm. From this moment, I am a warrior of Sparta. We lock shields and become a wall, step to step, breath to breath. In the phalanx there is no I, there is only us. I hear only the breathing beside me. Shields press into shoulders, spears tremble forward. In the line, fear fades. Only rhythm remains. The flute sounds. Steps merge into one rhythm. The music silences fear, holds the line. We move forward as a single body. I feel my neighbor's shoulder beside me. His shield protects me, mine protects him. In this line, we stand not by strength, but by trust. I do not fear death. I fear faltering and breaking the line. Here one mistake breaks all. In the phalanx, you either hold or you fall. Bronze shines in the sun. We stand like a wall of copper. Strength is not in the metal. Strength is in never stepping back. The command is not yet given. Time stands still. My heart beats slow. In a moment I will step forward, and there will be no way back. Leonidas walks ahead. We are 300, and each has made his choice. We do not march for glory. We march to hold the path. We march through the mountains, step by step. Stone beneath our feet, wind against our faces. Each of us knows ahead lies not victory, but a trial. Before us lies a narrow pass. Here numbers lose their power. Here endurance decides. We stand as a wall and wait for the enemy. In the distance spreads the enemy camp. Fires, tents, endless ranks. They are many, but fear does not enter the line. They demand we lay down our arms. The answer is short. Come and take them. We stand calm. The wall does not fear words. I tighten my grip on the shield strap. The metal is cold, but my hand is steady. Before battle, there are no thoughts, only readiness. They rush toward us like a wave, shouting, pushing each other. We stay silent and wait. One more step, and the spears will speak. The Uda crashes against the shield, but the line does not break. Bronze trembles, shoulders burn. We hold, and that is enough. The spears move forward and back as one. No rage, no shouting, only precise strikes and the cold rhythm of battle. We push forward, step by step. Shields press, the line moves like a wall. In the phalanx, strength is pressure. Dust hangs in the air. Marks of battle surround us. Step by step we stand. The fight is not over yet. A whistle, and I step back. A fresh brother takes my place. The line lives because we replace one another. I lift my helmet for a moment, a sip of warm water, heavy breath. The pause is brief. The battle calls me back. They advance in silence, in tight formation, the finest of the finest, the immortals. But even they must pass through our wall. Their strike is heavier than before. Bronze rings, my arm
You
trembles,
will fall!
but the shield
Never!
holds.
Sparta!
Do not step back. A blade cuts into my thigh, pain flares like fire, but I stand. As long as I breathe, the line is not broken. My legs tremble, blood flows, but I stand. To step back is to break the line. As long as I hold, the wall lives. He falls before me, one step forward, and the line closes again. The battle goes on as long as we hold the line. They fall back. Even the immortals can fall. We stand and the wall has not broken, but the battle is not over yet. At night, the enemy finds a path through the mountains. Betrayal opens the way for them. We understand. Dawn will bring encirclement. Leonidas stands before us, calm and steady. His voice is even, without fear. He does not command. He reminds us who we must be. The allies depart by the king's order. We remain. It is not duty. It is a choice made without hesitation. The sun rises as always, a quiet morning before the storm. We stand in silence, knowing this day will be the last. We form the line one last time. Shields lock, spears lower forward. This is no longer defense. It is farewell. The command is given. We move forward without fear. This is our final battle, and every step is a step into eternity. Leonidas falls, but the line does not break. We fight around him as one wall. A king may fall, but the spirit of Sparta does not. We stand around the king's body. Our shields lock tighter than ever. As long as we breathe, the enemy will not touch him. The sky darkens, arrows cover the sun. We raise our shields and stand. The end is near, but fear is gone. An arrow finds me. My breath falters, strength fades, but I do not fall at once. I hold until the end. Strength fades. I fall to my knees, but my gaze stays firm. Even falling, I do not retreat. I look to the sky. The light fades, the noise of battle drifts away. One final breath, and silence becomes eternal. The battle is over. The wind moves across the field where no voices remain. Only silence remains, and the memory of those who stood to the end. Years pass. On the hill of Kolonos, only stone and wind remain. But the memory of us lives longer than bronze. The city fades, bronze darkens, bones turn to dust. But the myth remains. People remember not fear, but endurance. My life has ended, but the story continues. Ages change, warriors rise again. The question remains, where will your next battle begin?